for today's agenda, I'm going to go over why I quit Linktree. And I'm going to give you a look at my updated link in bio so you can see how awesome it looks. And at the very end, I will show you how I did it. So first, I just want to show you what my old link in bio looked like when I was using Linktree. As you can see, there are just a lot of different buttons. And it's pretty confusing if you're coming to my link from Instagram, you're clicking on my link in bio. It's just a little bit confusing for that person to know what to click on. You know, oh, this girl has a YouTube channel, a podcast, patterns for art licensing. What does that have to do with me? And so what I really love about my new bio is that I'm able to kind of isolate each point, and it looks a lot better. It's more easily understandable. So as you can see, this is my new link in bio. I'm so excited. I love it so much. And the very first thing you see is my 2019 Ultimate Trend Guide. And this is my freebie, my lead magnet, and it's isolated on the page. So it's kind of like a website cover page in that, you know, it only gives you kind of one option, but I did put a little arrow there so that people can see to keep scrolling. If they're not interested in this, they might be interested in something else. And so the next one says, this is for buyers, view patterns for art licensing, and the button is there. So if you're a buyer, you know to click on that. Apply to go live with me. So people know that that's something that I do, that you can go live with me on Instagram Live and chat about art topics. Textile design. So a lot of people might not know from my feed that I used to design rugs. And so I'm kind of showing people here that I designed outdoor rugs that are selling at Target. So if you're interested in looking at that, you know, if you're happen to be in the industry, you can click on that button. And then we get into products that I'm actually selling. So I was able to embed my clip art products directly in my link. So if someone is interested in buying a clip art, they can just buy it directly from my link in bio, which is awesome. It really bridges that gap between, and they understand what it is. They're able to see a picture of it and click the button. So the, Linktree link before didn't really explain that very well. I'm also able to put like my copyright little blurb so people understand exactly what they need to do. And I also have a section for custom designs because I do both. I do clip art that you download directly, and I also do custom designs. So hopefully this really explains to people, which option that they would rather have. Obviously, custom designs are going to be a lot more expensive than a clip art that you can just sell over and over again. So you can see I have this podcast logo, different examples, which are really awesome. Pet portraits. I do all kinds of custom work. So, and then you can see the copyright here again. And if you want to see all my custom listings, you can click on the button. I also offer a free Photoshop course. So if people are interested in that, they can just click. Or if people are just wanting to learn more, they can read my blog posts and kind of understand what my blog is about. If they want to follow my blog, I'm on Blog Loving. I'm on a bunch of different platforms. So I kind of want to just be where other people are hanging out and what's easiest and most natural to them. My YouTube channel, people might not understand from my Instagram that I have a YouTube channel. So this kind of clearly explains if you're in the market for design tutorials or if you're interested in becoming a textile designer, you can click here and you can even watch the video in the exact same frame of my link in bio, which is incredible. So I wanted to show you guys that so that if you have a YouTube channel, or even if you don't and you just kind of want to explain something a little bit better via video, you can put that in your link in bio and really explain your product or whatever it is you're trying to sell or how you're trying to connect with people. So the next one is community, and I show a little bit about my Facebook group if people want to join and connect there. Also, I have a Design Tribe podcast if people want to listen and subscribe. And at the very end, I have my email list. So if people want to sign up and join my email list, they can do that directly in my bio. So now I'm going to show you how I created this really awesome link in bio for my Instagram. So I use Squarespace as my website, so I'm going to show you how to do this on Squarespace. I'm sure you can do this on other platforms such as Shopify or WordPress as well, but I'm not familiar with those websites, so you can definitely do it on Squarespace. So basically you're going to just want to scroll down and create a non-linked page. As you can see, this is the link in bio that I already created. So I'll just show you guys real quick what that looks like, and then I'll start fresh and show you guys exactly what I did. So this is my link in bio. You can see it comes really big on the page, but on mobile, each block shows up perfectly and is perfectly formatted for mobile. So you don't have to worry about this looking huge and this not looking big enough and whatever. It shows up really well on your cell phone. Okay, so we're just going to create a new page. I like to start with a blank page, and I'm just going to call this link in bio 2. So then I like to make sure that my slug is what I want it to be. It's going to go on Instagram. So for example, let me just show you my Instagram page really quick. So you can see here it's laurenlesley.com/linkinbio, which kind of looks nicer anyway than the Linktree link, but it's very clear when you say, look at my link in bio. You know, sometimes older people, or not necessarily older people, but just sometimes people who aren't familiar with Instagram might not know what that is. So this kind of clearly spells it out, which is a nice feature. So I kind of like to keep my slug as something very self-explanatory. Link in bio is good. You could also call it, you know, Instagram links or something like that. Okay, so that's that. So we want to come over to edit the page content, and we will put our very first block. So as you could see on my link in bio, I liked to have images to kind of explain what my buttons were. So I'll just start with an image block and pull something kind of random. All right, so I'm just going to drag this over to my image block. And then, so we're going to pretend like this describes exactly what link we want to add. So then we just add a button. So as you can see, I just go down here, this little guy pops up, and then we can put in any of these blocks. So the buttons are what I'm actually using as my link. You can also link your image as well. And then you can call it whatever you want. You know, learn more is a good one. You could call it buy now or download now, anything like that. And then you're going to want to put the link right in here. I like to do it, you know, as an opening in a new window. I made these large so that on mobile they're a little bit bigger. And then you just click apply. So that's basically all there is to it. I do want to show you a couple of other things that are really nice about these features. So if you scroll down, you can also put in a product. Okay, and so I sell a lot of clip art, and so, you know, any of these clip arts, I can just click on it. You can show the add to cart button. You can show the description if you want. I like it centered since people are scrolling down from their phone. And then this looks huge on a computer screen, but on your phone it really does look perfectly normal, and everything kind of resizes to fit your phone. And so then people can buy this literally directly from your link in bio. And then if there was a group of products or blog posts that you wanted to, you know, share with in your link, you can, you know, connect it to your blog. All of these blog posts come up, so I'm just going to show you really quick how to format it. You go to layout and just do auto. So that way, you have different options if you would rather it be a square, but sometimes things get cropped weird. So I just like to do auto. You can play with the gutter width, all that stuff. You can make the text alignment centered. And then we go to display. And then you can choose the number of items you want to show. Now in your link in bio, 10 seems kind of a lot because you're going to have to individually scroll through each one of these things. So I would really keep it to, for my blog post, because I have so many other things in my link in bio, I only kept it to 1. And I know it's like aligning weird on the computer screen, but on your phone it really does look totally normal. But if you're a blogger and this is like your main thing and you want people to see multiple blog posts, you could do up to 3 or 4. And then you definitely want to click the show the read more link. And then if you want to show an excerpt or not, like if you think the title is good enough, you can play with that. And then if you want to include secondary metadata, then you can, choose a category or a tag filter. So let's say, I didn't want just like the newest ones, and you could change this as well. If I don't want the newest ones, I can change it to a category. Okay, so let me think of a category. I could do design. So these are all kind of tagged as design anyway. Oh yeah, but this one's a new one. So you could, choose your categories and then you just click apply. So that's how you do a summary. You can do blog posts. You can do a text right here and call this blog posts. And I would make it big and center it and kind of bring it down a little bit. And that will all look centered on your mobile phone. And you can obviously go through and look at it and see how it's looking. Let's see, is there anything else? Newsletter, that's a good one to add if you want to get people on your email list. If you want just an individual product, you can add that. You can add your social links. I mean, I don't see why you would add Instagram if they're already finding you from Instagram, but your newsletter is a good one to add. So I'm just going to add that real quick. So let's see. You can change the form name. You can change the title. Mine, I put never miss another episode because I want people to sign up for my email list in order to, get podcast episodes, YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. And so here you can say, you can customize that to say whatever you want. Here you do want to include your privacy policy. Because that's GDPR, and anytime you have someone signing up for your email list, you want to include that. So I'm just going to go to privacy policy, and I'm just going to take that link. Actually, I could probably just swipe it from another newsletter. I can go all the way to the bottom here. I can just copy all of this. So by signing up, you agree to join our email list. We respect your privacy and we will never give your information to a third party. Please read our privacy policy here. So you want to include that as your disclaimer anytime someone signs up for your email list moving forward. Okay, and then storage. The default now is going to be within Squarespace, but you can connect other services if you use MailChimp or ConvertKit or anything like that. You can do it through Zapier. And then if you want to redirect, you can, play with the HTML. I won't get all into that right now, but just click yes. So that way you're getting people on your email list directly from Instagram, which is huge because that just gives you so many more leads to actually sell your product or your services. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. It does give you a much better link in bio. All right, guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. I'm here at laurenlesleystudio. Remember to like this video and give it a thumbs up and leave me a happy comment if you have any questions or comments about this video today. I would appreciate it and will do my best to get back to you. All right. To get notified every time I come out with a new video, click the little bell after you've subscribed. And for your freebie that I promised, you can go to my website, laurenlesley.com, enter your name and email address there, or look in the description below, and I will link it below for you to click on and download. I do have a Design Tribe Facebook group that I would love for you to be a part of, so head over to facebook.com/groups/Design Tribe Lauren Leslie. We're a community of designers and small business owners sharing design tips and business growth strategies, and it's just a really great place to have community and network with other designers. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.